Well, here we are. This is going to be an inside look and the process that we utilize to come up with some of the products that you see on the table right now. I am known as Black Mamba Inspirational Person, something like that. And he is known as the Big Brain. He's the guy that I throw all these crazy ideas at, and him and his team put it all in the pot in the Nike kitchen, mix it up, and voila, out pops these shoes and product and all kinds of good stuff. So not too many people get a chance to kind of look behind the scenes. We're kind of pulling the curtain back, so hope you enjoy it.
You asked me what I thought good design was, and I said to you, I quoted Leonardo da Vinci, which we've used a few times going back and forth. And one of my favorite quotes from him was, you know, good design is the perfect balance between science and art. Remember that?
I do remember.
Yeah.
That. I asked you that because I wanted to know. Obviously, I was extremely familiar with your work, but I wanted to know how you got to that point and how things became culture. You know, shoes became culture. In our case, turn a system into culture. But it was fascinating for me to hear that.
You immediately broke it down to a performance level of what you were looking for.
It's very easy for me to do that because you get it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that we share, that we enjoy, whether it's, you know, programs we watch on TV or movies or whatever. Yeah, it's the same. We have the same things in common, so we speak the same language. So it's very easy for me to do that. But if you're going to be on your feet, you need to have something that's going to actually help enhance your game. It's not something that you're just putting on your foot just to run around. I want things that are very detail-oriented and meticulously placed in the shoe that I feel gives me an advantage. And you picked up on that right away. And we've kind of been off and running ever since.
Yeah, right? Each time we meet, it's like a different challenge of how you want to move performance. You know, like I want the lowest, lightest weight shoe of all time.
I remember the meeting we had when we decided to do a low-cut shoe. That was an interesting day. Mm-hmm. Everybody kind of looked like, you know, I was sitting there with like 3 heads or something.
Yeah, I said, wow, you know, that's going to be a change for the market. You want to show the world that you could play in low tops, right, and that it was time for a change, a revolution.
The concept of the Predator kind of comes from, the idea came from a trip that I took to South Africa. And our guide is driving us around. And he's showing us like these animals, you know, it's like a gazelle, and like, I want to see predators. And it kind of clicked. It was like, well, you know, this is kind of, you know, what I do in my profession. You gotta, you hunt or be hunted. You gotta go after something. So I said, you know, I want to really incorporate that in the line.
You know, if you see a person wearing the shoe, it tells you something about that person.
Yeah.
About what's inside of them, the engine that they have inside of them.
We took inspiration from looking at shark skin, at snake skin, and also the pattern of a leopard. We kind of fused all of those together, and that's kind of how we came up with, you know, this pattern, right?
Which is crazy.
This Kobe skin, you know.
I get the inspiration and stuff, but then you took it to, like, you know, you took it someplace else by coming up with its own skin, its own print, by combining, you know, the predators that, you know, really inspired me. Man, that's crazy. I wanted to have something that was a little softer, something that kind of protects you and kind of aids your recovery process. And then when it's time, go to something that's a little thinner, quicker to the ground,
a little more
lower.
responsive.
Yeah. And so that's where the idea kind of came from.
The first midsole that we have is what we refer to as play fast or attack fast. And this incorporates 2 zoom bags, one in the heel, one in the forefoot, which gives Kobe low profile cushioning, but very responsive cushioning. The other drop-in we're referring to as attack strong is comprised of more of a lunar foam, which is a little softer and will give him a little more cushioning, a little more protection from the explosive movements that he does.
When you started with the low cuts, that was like the beginning, right, of kind of, and then now here we are with the system. So we don't make shoes anymore, we make systems.
Yeah.
And which is cool. And you want people to have an option. You want to give them a choice of, you know, what they're working with.
Yeah.
And going forward, it's gonna be even crazier. So it's time to put the system to work, so to speak. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and look forward to catching up with you on the next system.